Welcome back to Intellify. I'm Rasika Ramakrishna and let's continue the chapter on quadratic equations. Exercise 4.3, question number 6. The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, find the side of the field. Alright, so how do we go about this? Well, so whatever we've got to find is what we set the variable to be. So here I'm setting the length of the shorter side to be hypotenuse is going to be x plus 60 because that's what's given in the question, and the length of the longer side is going to be x plus 30. So whenever you have a right triangle, okay, alright, so before we get to that, you first have to identify the right triangle in the rectangle, right? Because the diagonal is going to divide the rectangle into two parts and they are both going to be right triangles. And the minute you have a right triangle and some information about its sides, the first thing that must strike your head is the Pythagoras theorem. So here we're going to be using that. So here the diagonal of the rectangle is going to be the hypotenuse. I think that's pretty obvious. So with the information that's given to us, let's try and apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we will have x square plus x plus 30 the whole square to be equal to x plus 60 the whole square. That is the base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse squared. So from here you can like expand and simplify and you'll be left with x square minus 60x minus 2700 is equal to 0. So you have a quadratic equation here and it's your job to solve this. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to split the middle term here. So we're going to write minus 60 as minus 90 plus 30x. So the product will be minus 2700 and the sum is going to be minus 60x. So this makes sense. So from the first two terms you can take x common, so you'll have x times x minus 90, and from the next two terms you can take plus 30 common, so you'll have plus 30 times x minus 90 to be equal to 0. So x minus 90 times x plus 30 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 90 or minus 30. Well, can length be negative? No. Therefore, though we have two values for x, only one value is going to make sense, which is going to be x equal to 90. Therefore, the length of the shorter side is going to be 90, which implies that the longer side is 120 meters and the diagonal is 150 meters.